morning, everybody. Let me pin this comment and then we're gonna get into it. Go to YouTube. Comment is pinned, I think. Okay, comment is pinned. Go to YouTube. What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. As we slip hey, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Let's get the formalities out of the way. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the overnight price action. Let me get better at doing my banners. Welcome to the overnight price action for 8/22/22. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. If you don't know who I am, I get on Al Gore's internet every single day and just talk about the price action, talk about the stock market. Started out doing Tim's Tidbit to share everything that I had learned about investing and trading, stock market type stuff. Then once I had shared everything that I had been taught or learned through YouTube videos or whatever dealing with this stuff, I say, let me go live every single day and show people what a full-time trader would do in any situation. I try to share the good. I try to share the bad. I try to share the not so good. I try to share my entire experience so people will see what a full-time trader does on a day-to-day basis. Am I the best? Nope. Am I the worst? Probably not. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about being right. I don't care about being wrong. I care about managing my money. If that sounds like something you're interested in too, hey, feel free to pull up with us every day. I don't charge for it. I do it all for the free 99. The only thing I ask you to do is press the like button. It's either going to be on this side of your screen or on this side of your screen. It might even be in the middle of your screen like it is on my son's iPad. But click the like button. That's the only payment I ask you to do. Before we get into it, let's thank our sponsors. Let me pull our sponsors up while I'm thanking them. Let's thank our sponsors. Today's sponsors are the new TLR.com, where you can get your Spider Gang apparel and accessories. The apparel and accessory shop for traders and investors. www.thenewtlr.com. Thenewtlr.com. Y'all check out our second sponsor, Banjo, new music by Il Jodam. Banjo streaming on all streaming platforms. New music by Il Jodam and the new TLR. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you, sponsors. Full disclosure, this is not a paid advertisement, paid promotion. TheNewTLR.com is me, and Banjo is my son's album. Y'all support our sponsors. Hey, what's going on? Let's see who in the chat, man. Michelle Tucker. What's going on, Michelle Tucker? Michelle Tucker. We got Colleen. What's going on, Colleen? Here to learn and share. How you doing? Like I told y'all, the link is in the chat if anybody want to pull up anybody besides Towns. What's going on, Towns? Gabriel Davario. What's up, Lamar? Peace, family. Lil Hulk, what's that? I ain't seen you in a minute, Lil Hulk. Pamela, what's going on? 2K Crypto. Sonia, good morning, Brittany. How is your tea and crumpets today? Mine was divine indeed, indubitably. What's going on, Robinson? About time you get here on time. Seawalk, what's going on, Seawalk? What's up? I see more numbers than I see things in the chat. Y'all put something in the chat so I can shout you out. I like saying what's up to the family. Y'all, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's get into it. Let's get it started. Let's start with Spalene, where you at, baby? Here I go. There goes Spalene. Oh, look at Spalene gapping. Gap to the downside. We're gonna gap to the downside. Spalene about to gap down. We're officially gapping down to just below the weekly breaking structure. That's putting us right down here into this. We're getting into this daily fair value gap right here at this daily breaking structure and the weekly breaking structure. The weekly breaking structure, we made that at 417.44, where we make the weekly breaking structure, and the daily breaking structure we made that at 417.62. So we're right here at this daily fair value gap and this daily gap up. This red box is a daily gap up that we no, I'm looking at the wrong candle. We over here. Oh yeah. We gapping down. And I'm sorry, y'all. We gapping down. I'm like, wait a minute, what are we doing? Oh, but we gapping down. So right now, we're right over here at 417.25, and that's just above the daily gap up that we made on August the 10th. That daily gap up that we didn't feel. So let's see how this go. Let's see how this go. Y'all know on bearish weeks, I like to push up a little bit before we go down. The way we're gapping down, this making me feel like we may gap down, sell off a little bit, and then bounce back up. Let's see what the market do. Let's see how today play out. Y'all know I like to use Monday to get my sea legs together for the week. Shout out to everybody that tapped in last night on the Sunday video. I think we had a nice discussion about like what the price action had done so far up until now. And like I said, I'm gonna take Monday to try to get my sea legs together for what the market wants. Because right now, we right at that pivotal point. I was struggling with that word yesterday. We're at that pivotal point where we need to see if the bulls are totally out of gas and the bears going to push us back down here, or if the bulls are just coming back to grab some liquidity down here where I say I'm be looking for the scale, looking for the scale, looking for the scale, looking for the scale, and then go ahead and bounce back up. We're gonna see how that play out with Spilene. Let's go over here and look at if there's any divergence going on before. Yeah, see, we took out that last night when we was talking. We had that sell side liquidity marked out when I was like, that's probably gonna be taken out relative quickly, and it did. And it did. Took it out by y'all right there. It took it out and kept going. It took it out, retraced back to it. Look at that, retraced back to it and kept going overnight. It took it straight out. I had a feeling it was gonna take it out relative quick. The way we were selling down on Friday, we were selling down, we was not breaking any structure to the upside. If shout out everybody that was on the video, they saw us talking about, you know what I'm saying? We broke structure, left the liquidity. We broke structure here, left the liquidity, broke structure there, left the liquidity on the 4 hour. You broke structure here, left the liquidity on the 4 hour. You see what I'm saying? It's like on the hourly chart, we didn't get back to the hourly liquidity up here. On the 4 hour chart, we didn't get back to we came and stopped at the 4 hour liquidity. Like this hourly candle here never made it back to the hourly. This hourly candle never made it back to the hourly. And on the 4 hour level, we never made it back to the 4 hour. We kept leaving the liquidity behind. We never showed any interest, of going back up, right? And this is classic spiral. This is classic Tim spiraling, because looking at this with some sense, you see that the market is showing you that it's just falling. And I was fighting the market Friday and got busted in the head, right? But it's clear all day. It was clear that the market was falling. It wasn't doing nothing tricky. It was coming back to certain places and selling back down. It wasn't nothing tricky about it, right? But we weren't showing no interest in going up at all. And now we're continuing that same theme on Sunday night, right? We came down, right? We broke structure here, right? We broke structure there, got a big gap down that we left, right? But what do? We came back up and stopped before we got to the gap down. We keeping that same energy so far. You see what I'm saying? We've broken structure here, right? We broke structure to the downside here, right? We didn't close below it, so we pushed back up a little bit. Classic, what's the name? Then we sold off. Boom. Now we closed below. We closed below that pivotal point at 4,200 right there, right? We've closed below it. Now the market's saying, okay, I do want to push down some, right? The market's showing us, hey, I do want to push down below this 4,200, right? So now we're consolidating. We push below the area, and now we're consolidating. Now we just need to see, are we engineering liquidity? Are we swimming in the liquidity pool? Are we consolidating, however you want to call it, to push up, or are we doing that to keep that same energy pushing down, right? Let's see. Let me mark this out real quick. Mind you, we got the Sunday gap down up here, resting above the Sunday gap down. The bottom of the gap is at 42.2250. The top of the gap is at 42.2775. So it's a 5-point gap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 5-point gap, 5 1/4. It's a 5-point gap down that's resting up there, just above the liquidity line that we bust through, right? We bust through that liquidity line. Golly, come here. We bust through that sell side liquidity at 42.2075 last night immediately. So when we bust through it, went back up to it, stopped, and sold off for the rest of the night. So at midnight, we gapped down, just pretty much close enough for government work. We gapped down to it at the open, right? Sold down, came below these lows over here, at 42.0825. Then we pushed back up to that level. Right? So once we got to that level, boom, we sold off hard, right? So since we sold off hard like that right there, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mark that as my new buy side. That's the overnight high. I'm gonna mark the overnight high. I'm gonna mark the 12 o'clock high. Is it the exact same spot? No. It's 42.21. It's 1 point higher. It's 1 point higher than the 1 tick higher than the sell side that we had marked yesterday. Right. So now that's gonna be my new buy side liquidity right there. Well, Tim, why are you marking that as your new buy side liquidity? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. I marked that as my new buy side liquidity because our other buy side was Friday's high. It was Friday's high, and we had left all of this liquidity right here. We showed no interest in going to get it, right? So now that we've gapped down, right? Now that we've gapped down, and when we came back, we sold off from that. Y'all hold on. My little brother calling me and messing up my live stream over there. What up, Scrap?
You filming a video right now?
I'm on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, okay. They ain't gonna just hit you back.
Yeah, hit me back. Go to YouTube and learn something. Hit me back though.
I'm saying what you doing, a stock video?
Yeah, man. What else do I do?
All right, man. Goodbye.
I'll call you when I get off.
All right, man. Bye.
Yeah. Now that he called me, it's messed up on y'all. How do I get it to stop blinking like that when it mess up IG? How do I make it stop blinking? My IG messed up now. I just go out and start a new one. Hold on. I don't know how to make. Whenever somebody call me, it like just totally throws IG off, and it go to glitching. Like other people, when they be on IG, it be like, oh, I got a phone call. They probably don't answer the call. That's probably what they do. They probably don't answer the call. But anyway, what was I saying? What was I at? Somebody remind me where I was at. What was I saying? Little Timmy Rogers had asked the question. And I don't know. Anyway, we gapped down. Oh, the other buy side liquidity was up here. We ain't show no interest in coming back and getting this liquidity within these fair value gaps, right? So once we broke through this sell side last night, now that we broke through this sell side and we didn't get back into this this gap down that we made overnight, we didn't get to this gap down. So now, right now, I'm not looking at this as the buy side because in my mind, we've created a new buy side. You see what I'm saying? We've created a new buy side because it's like this was Friday's low was 42.2075. That was Friday's low, right? And then we've broken Friday's low and started our ascent down, right? We broke Friday's low, right, and started our ascent down. So the market has chosen to take the sell side, right? We had the buy side, we had the sell side. I'm moving my hand like y'all can see my hand next to the screen. We had the buy side, which was Friday's high, and we had the sell side, which was Friday's low, right? The market chose to take Friday's low and continue down. So now I'm not interested in Friday's high anymore. I'm interested in Friday's low. So Friday's low, now that we've taken that sell side, Friday's low is in today's high. Our overnight high is one tick away. So Friday's low is now my sell side. My buy side liquidity, because we took Friday's low, left a gap right there at Friday's low, and we sold down, right? So now that's my new buy side, right? So, and then the sell side, of course, is going to be below this consolidation. We got if we want to pick another sell side lower, I ain't really worried about that because we got all these gaps down here. That's plenty of liquidity to the bottom. But let's go to a daily real quick and see any interesting. These equal lows right here would be like, you know what I'm saying, the first sell side I will be looking at outside of all of these gaps. Let me see what that is. Oh, happy day when Jesus come, when Jesus walk, you are my way. That's 4113. 4113, those equal lows right there. 4113, sell side, those equal lows there. That's the first lows on the daily level that you see what I'm saying, that's interesting to me. That looks like a target. We got relative equal lows right there. We're coming down. That's the first thing that looks like a target to me, right? Will we get past this order block right here? I don't know. I don't have that answer. That order block is right there at the bottom of that daily fair value gap. That's why I say it's plenty of liquidity up under here before we even get to that sell side. But will we, you know what I'm saying? Will we hit that order block and bounce? I don't know that answer. I don't have a crystal ball. So it ain't much in. We do have some hourly lows right here. We do have some hourly equal lows right here, but that's just a stone's throw away from that low right there. So y'all know how I do when it comes to equal lows being real close. I just go with the lowest. Hey, I didn't lock you. Get back on there, lock. I just go with the lowest when it's a stone's throw away. So 4113 is the sell side liquidity that I'm looking at now. The buy side, the new buy side liquidity. Oh, I need to make that a B. The new buy side liquidity is 4221. That's the new buy side liquidity. Overnight, the market chose to push down. The market broke the sell side, left the gap down, broke structure here. So now we have a 60-minute fair value gap. That's in between. The 60-minute fair value gap lines up with the top of the daily fair value gap. Both of them, I don't feel like it's a million squares on my screen right now. I don't feel like putting all them squares on my screen. So the 60-minute fair value gap lines up with the daily. The top of the gap is at 4202.75. Right? 4202.75 is the top of the 60-minute gap, the top of the daily gap, and the bottom of the 60-minute gap is 4190 even, right? So it's a 60-minute fair value gap, right? If for anybody who can't see it, I'll make a little box for you. If you can't see it, there's a 60-minute fair value gap right there. Come here, get on the wick right there. It's a 60-minute fair value gap right there. We broke structure to the downside overnight, created a fair value gap right here. It's a 60-minute fair value gap right there. The equilibrium on the overnight move is the top of the fair value gap will put you into a discount for a sale. Equilibrium is 41.99.53. 41.99.53. That's right. That's our area. Remember, I said it was around 41.98, but I was just calling it 4,200, close enough for government work. That's right around our area. So equilibrium is right around our area for the overnight leg. So if you're looking to go short, that's an interesting place to short. If the market get up here and don't blast through this fair value gap, that 41 90 40, wait a minute, what is that? Oh, 4202. Yeah, so that 4200 is a nice place to be looking at shorting from so far. That's what the market's showing. That's what the market's showing. The market's showing down. Remember, we got this gap down up here. Will we try to get back to that gap down today? I don't know. The market looking real heavy. So I don't know if we're gonna push all the way back up there. Because we push all the way back up there, that would be a good thing. That would be a good thing. If we push up here to this gap down, and then we come up here and get this liquidity that we left, that'll be good. That'll be the way that I would like to see it play out if the week gonna be bearish, right? But if we just keep pushing down, either we gonna be stupid bearish or we gonna be bullish for the week. Because if we keep pushing down, getting liquidity, either we just gonna be like big bear energy, or we just gonna be pushing down to pop. The market gonna be like, hey, this the pullback you wanted. If we keep pushing down, y'all see what's happening, right? This is the pullback for the pop. You see what I'm saying? If we just keep pushing down like this week, like Monday and Tuesday, we keep pushing down, and then we mess around and have a bullish week. That's the test of this breaking structure in the pop. You see what I'm saying? Even though the market looking heavy, the market looking bad, hey, on the higher time frames, we just in a little pullback right now. You see what I'm saying? So don't get caught. Don't get caught on the wrong side. I'm just going to let the day play out. Yeah, I know I spiraled Friday, got busted in my head, but I'm just going to let the day play out to see what the market trying to give us. What you say, Lil Hulk? Why are you getting bear trap vibes? Oh, no, I ain't getting bear trap vibes. I'm just saying don't get trapped, right? Because the market looking real heavy, right? The market looking, this is why I say don't get trapped. I ain't saying it's a bear trap, but this is why I say don't get trapped, right? Because, peep it, Friday, look what the market did, right? So, what is like this last week? Let's just look at last week, right? So last week, we dilly-dally went up, made a high, then we came and we broke structure right here. We broke structure to the downside, retraced back up, and then we just slowly sold off, right? This was the, you know what I'm saying? This was the breaking structure. This was the retest. This was to give you the second chance to get in, the OTE entry, right? So we got the consolidation, the breaking structure, the fair value gap trade, the OTE trade, then the sell off. Like the market gave you, you know how the market give you opportunities to get in. They'll give you a breaking structure, they'll give you a fair value gap, and a lot of times they come back and give you an OTE entry, right? So boom, we got that and we sold off, right? Boom, we sold off. Now, what's the destination for this sell-off? What's the destination of this move, right? Looking at this right here, if this market keeps selling off now, right, like this right here is looking like the market getting attracted to this 41.13, right? If the market getting attracted to this 41.13, right, once the market runs the liquidity below this 41.13, right? Let me load some more days in here. Let me load me some more days in here. I'm just gonna put 100 days, right? Once the market get below this 41.13 right here, what's to say that the market won't just spring back up? Because these are hourly candles, right? The daily chart, looking at the daily chart on the SPY, they move together. The daily chart is saying this just a pullback to go up. You follow what I'm saying? That's why I say don't get trapped. I'm not saying it's a bear trap, but I'm saying don't get trapped because a lot of people still don't believe that the downside is over. A lot of people still believe we coming way down here. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people looking and like, okay, here we go. I told y'all this was a fake. I told y'all this was a bull trap. We from the fall now. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say don't get caught. Let the market show you what it want to do, because it oh, you was asking somebody else. Oh, he was asking somebody else. Oh, okay. So I went through saying all that for nothing. All right, so I'll just stop there. Anyway, hey, what y'all talking about in the chat, man? Who I didn't speak to? Anybody got any questions? I'm gonna put the link in the chat one more time. If anybody want to put anybody but Towns. Everybody welcome to pull up but Towns. Hey, them just jokes. I'm just joking. Towns be pulling up with the 5 questions. Towns be asking the questions a million cousins won't, but afraid to get on. Cousins be hitting me up all the time, be like, I be wanting to ask questions, but I don't be wanting to come on. What's up to you? Hey, that's all I got right now. So if y'all want to go, y'all welcome to go. Remember, please support our sponsors, the new TLI.com, for all your Spider Gang merch. You know what I'm saying? I got options. I buy them, I sell them. Discipline over dollars. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. Trade what you see. We got the female drip. We got the hoodies. It's too hot for hoodies right now. We got the cell phone cases for the iPhones and the Androids. You know what I'm saying? We got them water bottles that cost more to ship the water bottle than to buy the water bottle. Y'all pull up and shop with the new TLI.com, and y'all support Banjo, new music by Il Jodem on all streaming platforms. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for Banjo on Apple Music. If you got Apple Music, the link is in the chat for Banjo on Apple Music. If you ain't got Apple Music, pull up on anything and just put in Banjo Il Jodem and it'll pop up. Here to learn and share. Big B, what's cracking, Big B? I ain't even spoke to you when you pulled up. Oh, Big B, that's what you talk about, getting bear trap vibes. Okay. Oh yeah. What's the name? PDub and put Lex. I text Lex last night and told her, I looked at a video again. I was like, hey, I appreciate y'all for dropping them gems. She thought some, Tim, you already knew that stuff. I said, Lex, you know how sometimes when you know something and then when you hear people say it, like Pete, let me show you what I'm talking. Well, this is what I was texting Lex, right? But y'all already know how I do. Y'all know I set my buy side. I have different buy side liquidities. I set my sell side, and I always have the fair value gaps in the middle, right? So I'll be like, okay, we may come up to this fair value gap. We may come to the gap down. We may come to I always have that stuff on there, but I never looked at it as the market open, the market open, the market's open. If you got to go trade, I appreciate you for hanging out with the boy. I'm just running my mouth right now. I ain't got nothing else. There's no more to see here, people. There's no more to see. Okay, be safe, trade safe out here. I'm just chilling today, watching to see what the market do. I ain't trying to get into no trades. I just want to see what the market want to do, right? Sell side 41.13 that I see is plenty liquidity in these daily fair value gaps. We're at the bottom of a weekly fair value gap right now. The bottom of the weekly fair value gap is 41.7325, and we at 41.76. Pretty much, we right at the bottom of a weekly fair value gap, and we still consolidating. Remember, we showing big down energy right now, and we got we got an hourly fair value gap right. The top of the fair value gap is right at equilibrium. Equilibrium is pretty much right at our point. That's what that green line is. I left that green line there so I can visually see our point. The point of contention, right? 50% equilibrium on the overnight move is right there at that point. And we got a fair value gap there too, right? That fair value gap also coincides with equal lows that we took out over here on this side. So just be mindful of the area there. I would really love for us to just blast back up and come on up here and get this get this gap down, even just push up on the day and tomorrow and get all of this liquidity and leave that 42.85 alone, and then push back down and get this 41.13 and maybe even kiss the top of this weekly fair value gap. That way, if this is just a pullback, on Spalene, right? If this is just a pullback, come down here on a pullback. That way, when we come back up, right? When we come back up, we don't have to worry about trying to bust through this right here, because we'll have the wax on and we'll have the wax off. Come down, hit this right here, and then pow, we can get the pow. You know what I'm saying? If this, if that's what they want. But if the market just keeps selling down without retracing any of this, that's giving me pullback bounce vibes. You see what I'm saying? Pullback bounce. Pullback bounce. Pullback bounce. Hey, pullback bounce. Hey, but yeah, this is what I was saying. When y'all know I always put the stuff in here, but when PDub and Lex was breaking it down as external liquidity, right, above the buy side, below the sell side on the higher time frames, and then internal liquidity, that was like a gem to me, because I never looked at it as, you know what I'm saying, working within a box, right? When you're working with, like, this is how it, I'm gonna tell you how it clicked in little Timmy Rogers' mind looking at PDub and Lex video. Even though I had all this stuff mapped out on my charts, even though, you know what I'm saying, people used to tell me, hey Tim, them levels you be calling out be hitting. You know what I'm saying? Them levels you be calling out be hitting, right? And now they unlocked in my mind why them levels be hitting so hard. Because when you put it in a box like this right here, right? Just imagine a box. This what be going on in little Timmy Rogers' head. Just imagine a box. Let me take off the screen real quick so I can, right? So just imagine a box, right? You got a box like this right here, right? And you open the box up at the top. You got a little opening, right? And let's just say the price comes into that little opening. The price come in. Whoop, the price just went in the box, right? So when the price get in the box, what the price gonna do? It's gonna bounce all around. Dude, the price in there just bouncing around because the ball just dropped in. It's bouncing around, right? Once the price bounce around in that box, here go your box. You got the top. I'm fun to go to my screen. I'm fun to draw. I feel like drawing. We pushing down past the bottom of the weekly fair value gap right now. I'm about to draw. I feel like drawing. Do you want to draw with me? Y'all want me to draw? Do y'all like when I draw on the screen? Somebody let me know if you like when I draw on the screen. Do y'all like when I draw on the screen, or is that just a waste of time? Kevo, I know you ain't just pull up at 9:28 talk about good morning. You should have said good afternoon. Do y'all like when I draw on the screen? Don't y'all be looking at the thin spot in the top of my head and laughing now. Don't y'all be looking at my thin spot and laughing. First person that laugh at my thin spot getting blocked. Y'all know I got the power to block people. Y'all know I'm trying to get this thing on this screen, fighting this glare. Let me just hold the thing up like this right here. This glare killing me, man. I'm fighting this glare. I should go. Oh, man, ain't nobody here to bring me my glasses. Hey, y'all hold on for a second while I go get my glasses. Don't go nowhere. If you leave, I don't care. If you want to go take a ride with me, 3-wheeling in the 4 with the goldies. Y'all still here? Did y'all leave? Okay. Now I can see, but I still got a glare. All right. Can y'all still hear me okay? Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Let me you need to block the thin spot. Okay, Robinson. I see you. I see you with the jokes. You got out with that one. I'm gonna give you that one. You got out with that one. You got out with that one. What is that on the screen? Get out of here, comment. Hey. Okay, so let me get this. Make this a little bit bigger. All right. So now what was I saying? Oh yeah, the box. Right? We're gonna put it in a box. Right? So y'all already know. I already had this stuff on my screen, right? So now we got the box. Man, I can't write when it's tilted like this right here. So here go our box. Right? You put it in a box. Boom. Now the price is in a box, right? So before the box was here, this was our box, right? Because that was our buy side and our sell side, right? So the price came down, right? And when it hit the bottom of the box this time, it broke out the box. And so boom, now it hit the bottom of that box and pushed down. So now we got a new box. See what I'm saying? Now we got a new box to there. Oh man, I didn't draw enough. Get out of here, screenshot. I need more stuff. There you go. Boom. Okay, give me a new screenshot. So now we got a new box, right? So this was our old box. Let me change the color for the old box. Make the old box red, right? This was our old box, right? To there. That was our old box, right? Now, this is our new box because we came down, price came down, broke out the box, and then when it hit the bottom, it came down. See what I'm saying? Now, this is our new box here. Because now this is the buy side, this is the sell side, right? Inside this box right here, we didn't get that liquidity. We didn't get that liquidity. We didn't get that liquidity, right? We was leaving all this liquidity there, and then we broke out the box. Now we're in a new box, right? So now above this right here, as PDub them put it, now this is the external liquidity up in this area here, because this is our new box, right? But what I wasn't understanding before, get out of here, liquidity lines, right? What I wasn't understanding before, right? I ain't gonna say I wasn't understanding, but what I wasn't seeing before was it's a box. So once price coming to this box, let's change the color. We're gonna get a price color. This price, yellow gonna be the price color, right? So when price comes into the box, now it's bounce. Now it's got to bounce around. Once it bounces all around, and then take up all the liquidity, it's either gonna shoot out or it's gonna shoot down, right? Right. So when the price got in the box this time, it ain't take nothing. It just was like fall. I keep on falling. I'm gone. And then when it got to the bottom of the box, it pushed down, right? With big bear energy. It's got big bear energy. Now that we inside this box down here, right? Now we're starting to create areas of internal liquidity here. We got one there. Boom. Right? We got a swing high right there. Is that a swing high? Get out of the way. Yes. So we got a swing high there. We got a swing high, right? We got a hourly fair value gap, right? That's all internal, right? Internal. Boop. Why? It's inside the box. Internal. Boop. Why? It's inside the box, right? External is outside the box. This gap down is now external. It's outside the box. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, they broke it down. Once they said it like that, it made me see it. It made me see it like in a total new light. Like, oh, it made like, oh, that's why, right? So I got my buy side up here. I got my sell side down there. That's why when the price come back up and it fails to get to this high, right? Okay, if it come up and get this liquidity right here, right? It break structure there, but it fails to get to that high, and it try again. It failed to get to that high, and then it start to break back down, right? Once it break down and break this right here, I shouldn't even be worrying about this right here. Now the box is adjusted now. You see what I'm saying? The box is adjusted now because we failed to get that high, and boom, we broke lower. So now we got a new box. The ceiling of the box comes down. Like, you see, am I still on price? Yeah, I'm still on price color. So like, just say if we was in here and we came back up, we broke structure there, right? Then we came back down, and then we went up, but we failed to get above that high. Just say we go and set equal highs. Then we push back down and break out of the box. Now the box is readjusted now. Now the box is here. Right there. Now the box is there because we failed to get above that high, and we came and we broke structure to the downside. Now we just adjust the box and let the price do its thing inside the box. And then once it break out the box to one of those sides, then you just let price show you where it want to go next. That's why I was saying, like, it made me see it in a different light. We can hear you. Oh, they're talking about when I moved it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It made me see it in a different light when they broke that down about the internal liquidity and the external liquidity. It made me like visually see, okay, it's inside this box. And while it's inside this box, I expect it to either do this or do that. And it's like with me, like, shout out ICT, because ICT be like, hey, you call it one side. Hey, call it one side. Then, hey, you've been doing it for 100 years. Hey, go ahead, do your thing. But me, I like to know both sides of the story. Like, I got a background in computers. I understand the if then else statement. If then else is a very important statement in computer programming. If this, then this. If it's not this, if it's anything else, this. That's what the if then else statement is. If you see 4250, do this. Anything else, do that. That's what if then else statements are for. You see what I'm saying? And that's how algos work. If then else state. I understand that. So I'm looking, if the market does this, I expect this. If it doesn't do this, or if it does anything else, I expect that. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Just because Here to Learn and Share say she gonna rewatch this, I'ma delete it. Hey, them just jokes, man. I'm just joking. Hey, I ain't got nothing else, man. I ain't got nothing else. I just want to share that. I just want to share why it clicked in my mind differently when I saw PDub and Lex talking about the internal and external liquidity. It unlocked something in my mind. That's kind of stuff I be telling y'all when I be like, man, when I sit down and talk to PDub about the market, it's just certain ways he say things that make it click in my head. And that little simple thing, of them calling it internal and external liquidity made little Timmy Rogers see a little box in his head and see the price as a little ping pong ball bouncing around in the box until it finished what it needed to do and pop to the upside or the downside. That just made it make so much sense in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But let's say, did you draw those boxes based on session? No, I drew them based on the breaks and structure. Let me put the other screen back up real quick. All right. That's a good question. Now the buy side and the sell side liquidity that I initially marked was based off the daily highs and lows, right? Let me get all this stuff off the screen real quick. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get this out of here and get a new screenshot. We dipped below that weekly fair value gap and we're pushing back up a little bit. We got below the weekly fair value gap and we're pushing back up. Let's see what the market do from here. These hourly candles, by the way, that weekly fair value gap is just below this swing low over here. That low at what's that low? Oh, where's my thing? I can't see it. Where's my that low, where my mouse went, man. There you go. Okay, that low over there is at 41.78.50, right? So we got below that low at 41.78.50, and we kind of consolidated a little bit, and then we pushed back down below the weekly breaking structure with a low of 41.73.25, and then now we kind of wicked off it a little bit. Let's see what we do. We got 13 minutes left on this hourly candle. Let's see what the market do in the next hour, because we consolidated here and we pushed down, right? Let's see if this push down is going to get a closure to the downside, showing that the market want to push down, or if this going to push down and run this liquidity below the consolidation to push up. But we got let me take this screenshot before I move back up. Get that screenshot real quick. And then let me look at the 15 minutes, see what it looked like. Okay, 15 minute. The 15 minute, we already got a closure above. We wick below and got a closure above. We still got 12 minutes left on this candle. So this candle right here is showing I want to go that way, but not quite yet. Let's see if this next 15-minute candle continues to push down and finally get a closure below the consolidation, or if this is just going to be a fade to make a new low on the 15-minute and start to push back up to get some of this liquidity above, right? Let's see how that play out. But let me go back to the screenshot right here. The question was the boxes. Okay, so originally I got to set this up. It's glaring on me. So originally I drew this buy side liquidity. No. Yeah. Originally, I drew this buy side liquidity based off of Friday's high, right? So originally, this right here, that's big. Let me see if I can shrink this, y'all. Hold on, let me shrink this down a little bit. Okay, so originally, this right here was Friday's high, right? That was Friday's high originally, and this originally was our sell side. It's hard trying to draw and hold this tablet, I promise you. This was Friday's low, right? That was Friday's low. That was nope, I drew the yeah, that is. That was Friday's low, right? So no, it wasn't. That's not Friday's low right there. Hold on. Let me erase this right here. That was Friday's low. Okay, so that was Friday's low and that was Friday's high, right? So that was our original box, right? I drew the original box based off Friday's low and Friday's high, right? And the reason why I drew it based off of Friday's low and Friday's high was because that was the, let me go show the daily candles real quick, right? So looking at daily candles, hold on, man. Let me get all these lines and stuff out my way, man. I learned the trick, man. I learned the trick. Remember when I used to be trying to hide stuff one at a time? If you click on one, hold shift and click the last one, then you just go to the visibility thing and make everything disappear at the same time. Like that right there. Right? Cool little trick that I learned on Ninja Trader. I'm gonna leave one line in there somewhere so that I can get back in there easily. Okay. All right. So looking at the daily, right? The reason why, right? Looking at the daily, the reason why I used Friday's low and Friday's high was because that was like the dealing range. We was in this dealing range right here, but like the other highs and lows, they were like way up here in the middle of the candle, and the next set of highs and lows was like way back here during the week. I only like to go. I learned that from ICT. Was like I like to go back like 3 days of highs and lows to see how price gonna react to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like in the short term, right? So since the rest of the highs and lows was so far off, that's why I just used Fridays, because that's where we was like pretty much trading around during that time. So that's why I picked Fridays highs and lows as the buy side and the sell side, because that was the most prominent areas for price to try to attack for the initial box, right? So now that the initial box was made, right? So price was in this box, right? But price did not, while it was trading down, right? We came down, we had a breaking structure here, right? Breaking structure there, but we did not go back and get the liquidity when we came down and went back to test that breaking structure. We left the liquidity alone, right? So price came down again, right? And we broke structure again there, but we did not get the liquidity when we came down and came back to test it. We left the liquidity, right? So when price came down and broke outside of the box, right? We broke outside of the box. Now we done got outside the box and we came back. When we hit the box, we came down and we broke structure again. Once we broke structure there, now in my mind, this voids out that buy side liquidity for now. And since that buy side liquidity is voided now, my new buy side liquidity is here, making a new box, right? So making the new buy side liquidity is right there, making a new box. And the reason why it made a new box is because we gapped down, right? We gapped down here. We broke structure over there. Let me get all this junk off the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Move everything except the old, I'll leave that there. Get out of here. Move all the junk so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So, all right. So we broke structure here, right? We broke structure over there. Broke structure. I'm not broke structure. We gapped down. I'm sorry. We gapped down here. There's a big gap down, right? Got outside of the box. Retested it. We didn't go in. So we got into what was in for this box here. This area here was the external liquidity, right? That was the external liquidity. Once we got into the external liquidity and went back, we made a new breaking structure right there and closed below that breaking structure. Once we went down, made a new breaking structure, right? Made a new breaking structure and we closed below it here. That is what voided this for the time being and made this the new buy side. So since this is the new buy side, this used to be sell side for this box. Now this is new buy side for this box, and that's the new sell side down here. So it's like the and I chose that right there, that sell side. I chose that sell side because it was the equal lows down here somewhere. Yeah, that was the equal lows that was created right down here. What is that? 41.13. Yeah. Nope, that ain't it. 41.13. Yeah, right around there. Right here. These equal lows right here. Right there. And that's why I picked that sell side, because that was the next daily low or next prominent area. Like if it would have been like a swing low up higher, then that would have been it. But that was the next prominent daily low, or equal low or whatever. That's why I picked that. Hopefully that helped out, and it wasn't just a whole bunch of babble. You feel me, Chris? Hopefully that helped out and wasn't just a bunch of babble. And Anybody got anything else? We've been on here for 55 minutes. Now let me go back in here and turn all this back on. All right, man. Let me see. Gentleman and a scholar, I appreciate you. Y'all see, hey, Robinson. Chris said I'm a gentleman and a scholar. You welcome. Hey, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. I got to go call my mama because my battery dead, man. When I went to go take the boys to school today, like the other day, I noticed it was like, I was like, man, that ain't sound good. And then this morning, that thing ain't want to start. It was like, and then it finally crunk up. I said, I ain't turning it off no more until I, get back home. Right. So I went to the park, I dropped off Timothy, went across the street to the park, left it running, took Chris to school. He jumped out, drove back home, got in the driveway, turned it off, tried to turn it back on. Ain't do nothing. I was like, I knew it. So now we done did this right here. I done did my live. Now I'm finna call my mama and be like, hey, mama, I need you to come get me so I can go to Walmart and get a new battery. I popped the hood. It never failed. The batteries I be getting, they be like 3-year batteries. It never fails. I bought that battery in July 2018. 19, 20, 21, 22, 4 years. I got to check it. It was either a 3 or 4 year battery, but I bought it in July 2018. So if it was a 3-year battery, I got an extra year. If it was a 4-year battery, I got an extra month. But it never failed. I appreciate that here to learn and share. You all over it. Tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all pull up tomorrow. We got the cousin Q. Let me show y'all who it is in case y'all don't know. Let me share my screen one more time. Tomorrow night, we have, hopefully I got some pictures on here. Let's see if I got some pictures. Oh, wrong thing. I moved the wrong thing. Come here, box. Okay, let's see if I got some pictures on here. Man, I could have swore I had some pictures. I probably saved it on my phone. I saved it on my phone. I didn't save it on here. But anyway, we got the cousin Q. Gonna pull up. I know I got a picture of Q in here somewhere, but I ain't got a picture of Eric. Anyway, Q gonna pull up, and Eric gonna pull up. We got questions that we gonna go through. Q work on Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? He like an analyst type dude. Them the kind of questions that's geared toward him. Eric is a financial advisor. He's a fiduciary. Those are the questions that geared to. I know some of the questions people are asking about, like LLCs and stuff like that. And he already told me that's more geared toward a CPA. He's not a CPA. But I just told him to, give his spiel on it. You know what I'm saying? Because since he's not a CPA, he in a different lane. I like, give whatever you want to give your spiel on, whatever questions, just do you, rock out. But y'all pull up tomorrow at 7:30. I believe it's gonna be something interesting for the cousins. It's a few questions that I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna talk to them and see exactly how they want to do it. I didn't want to really have it like a question and answer session. I just wanted to be kind of like us discussing stuff and incorporating information about the questions that we got. That's kind of like how I like to do it. I just like to run my mouth. Y'all see when somebody asks me something, I talk about all these million things, and then I might circle back around to the question, but like, because this is connected to that, because your elbow connected to your arm bone connected to your shoulder bone connected to your neck bone, everything connected, man. Everything connected. But y'all pull up tomorrow at 7:30 to make sure y'all tap into that. For today, we're gonna do it 7:30. We're gonna look at the price action recap. See if the market giving us any clear indication of what it want to do for the rest of the week. If y'all gonna trade safe, man. If you're not gonna trade, learn something. I'll see y'all tonight at 7:30. I appreciate you, man. Gone.